rule of law. Are you confident that Somalia is on its way to re-establish credible rule of law? Just speak to us on Twitter at KTN News, at Michelle Ngele, under the hashtag WorldView. We'll be sampling your views and comments in the course of this live newscast. All right. Let's now speak to Regional Affairs Analyst Abdiwahab Abdisamad, who joins us live from our city center studios to speak more on the Somali presidential election. Many thanks for joining us in studio, Abdi. This election has been postponed several times, about 3 times now. Do you think that the election will go through today?
In fact, initially, the election should have taken place October last year. Then they postponed into November, then again in December. But today, definitely, the election will go ahead. And in fact, all the international community and the regional, member states also are keen to watch, apart from the Somali public. But hopefully, this time, the Somali public are expecting a free and fair election, whereby no one cannot predict who is going to win, because 24 candidates are eyeing for the top seat. So now it's a crowded lineup. It's difficult now to predict who's going to win and who's going to lose. But one thing I can assure you, it's sort of the fair, free, and transparent election for the time being. But also you have to understand that there is no one vote, one man in Somalia today. The parliament, the upper house and lower house are really electing or choosing the head of state for the next 4 years. That's exactly what's going on today within what they call the Police Academy in Mogadishu.
But this election being free and fair, but how free and fair is it really? Because we have had even reports from the United Nations that this is a contest for whoever has the most money. There's been a lot of corruption allegations here.
And to be honest with you, like any other election in the world, there should be what you call some deals at the back room. Not question about that. But basically what I'm saying is the voting process and that how the member of parliament are transparent in the eyes of the international community. But regarding whether the corruption and what you call the bribery, that's everywhere in the world, including the Somalia. Even in advanced states in the world, you can see such kind of things. But if you compare the other elections, Somalia today is a step forward, but because the new head of state is going to the new head of state. In fact, for the next 4 years, for the next general election, it should be a one man, one vote. But this time, the parliamentary, both upper house and lower house, are electing what you call the head of state and the watch of international community. But all the media are there, observers are there, so it's kind of somehow free and fair election.
And of course, there's the issue of Al-Shabaab, which has staged various attacks, not just in Mogadishu, but other parts of Somalia. And it is, of course, opposed to the formation of a Somalian government. What is the Al-Shabaab factor? How is it playing out in this election, especially today?
In fact, Al-Shabaab, they are a threat to the stability and security of the country. No question about that. That's what I'm saying. The new head of state for the next 4 years, the Somali country and the region cannot afford active Al-Shabaab inside Somalia. So it's up to the new head of state to come up a strategy they are going to contain or defeat Al-Shabaab. So the sooner they do that, the better. That's what I'm saying. The new head of state is a lot of agents ahead of him, so that one of the biggest headache today in Somalia is Al-Shabaab, as you tell me. Right now, they are trying to disrupt the election. They are trying to assassinate the members of parliament. They are trying all the means, at least, to show them we are there. We can easily pose a threat to the election. That's no question about that. Although the AMISOM peacekeeping force and Somali army forces are really, containing the situation. In fact, today, as we speak right now, the public transport is not moving at all. People are watching inside the house. They're watching on the TV, so that they're eager to know the outcome of this new election.
All right, Abdi, and let's ask a question that we're asking our viewers this morning. Are you confident that Somalia is probably on its way to re-establish a credible rule of law?
Somalia is on the way now of recovery, no question about that. So, it's hard. In fact, it's hard to predict who's going to be the next president. Somalia, they like the new face. But what I'm saying is, this time around, Somalis are very much serious. They are going to rebuild the country. They are going to recover the entire nation. So hopefully, Somalia today is, in fact, is in the way of recovering the country and regaining the sovereignty of the nation and rebuilding what they call the security apparatus of Somalia within the 4 years.
That being said, of course, we still have AMISOM forces acting in Somalia, and there's been a lot of talk that the Somali national government can now stand on its own feet and secure the country. Do you think the time is right for AMISOM to exit Somalia?
It depends on the new head of state. In fact, the new head of state has to build the Somali security apparatus. They have to build the capacity of Somali army forces. They have to build what they call, the structured Somali army force, which has central command, who can easily handle the security of the country. AMISOM cannot stay in Somalia forever, because some Somali observers are saying that, AMISOM, they are there for the lofty salaries and allowances. That's what I'm saying. 9 years is enough for them to secure the country. 9 years is more than enough, to build the Somali security apparatus. But unfortunately, many Somali communities, many Somali observers, they believe that AMISOM is a failed project. That's what Somalis believe. So now it's up to the new head of state to come up a policy framework whereby he is going to establish a credible Somali security forces who can easily handle the security of the country, who can easily defeat Al-Shabaab, the gangsters, the village boys who are terrorizing the entire nation. The other thing is, although the Al-Shabaab, they are saying we are fighting for local cause, but many Somali communities believe that also they're serving the interests of the Western. They are advancing the interests of the Western interests, so that they can keep Somalia permanently at war.
All right. Well, thank you so much for